Hello and welcome to Worth Reviewing, and this is the Honda Jazz. And as you can see from the previous model, it's changed quite a bit. Still has that sort of jazz style to it, but as you can see, it's grown up quite a lot. So in this video, it's going to be a bit of brief. I'm going to show you the interior briefly, and after that, I'll give it a quick test drive. So let's jump in and have a look. So at the front of the Jazz, although it's updated, it still does look quite, in a way, jazzy, a bit jazzy. So although it's had a massive refresh, like the steering wheel looks different, sort of has the vibes from an Honda E, and if you want to watch my video on that Honda E, then click up here. But on the inside, it still has that sort of old and a bit like old-fashioned jazzy vibe to it, but it's nothing bad at all, just the sort of feeling I get from this car. But it is a massive improvement from before, and just the feeling inside, it's nice and spacious. And in the back seat area, you've still got absolutely tons of room because this car has got the magic seat still, so it's nice. They've brought the magic seat feature into this newer model as well, because this car is extremely practical for what it is. It's small, but it's like a TARDIS inside. You've got loads of space in here. Sorry I can't show you the whole interior, like get in the back seats and show you the boot, etc. But hopefully the B-roll footage either now or at the end will give you a summary of what it's like and just a feel for how big it is inside and practical. So now let's take it on the road. So guys, just a brief introduction. So this is the Honda Jazz EX Crosstar, and the Honda Jazz is well known for being quite a very reliable car that's also incredibly practical as well. Although the downside to that is it doesn't always look the best. Hence the reason why you don't see a lot of them on the road, because they don't look very interesting. So this is the hybrid electric vehicle, which means you can drive the car at low speeds just using electric power. You've got a 1.5 litre petrol engine, so the engine produces 107 brake horsepower. So in a minute, I'm gonna just put my foot down to see how well this car performs on the test route. I'm at a proving ground today, so I'm not on an actual normal road. Now, just driving it, doing 24 miles an hour, very precise indeed. It's very quiet, comfortable. Suspension's okay. Okay, so let's put my foot down. That's very jazzy again. So from the previous generation Jazz, if you want to watch that review, by the way, you can watch it up here. Whenever you put your foot down, you do get like a whoa, and it is quite annoying. I get people who have this car aren't going to be putting their foot down. I'm just saying it's just something to bear in mind when you do put your foot down. The noise, God, that's unbearable. That's terrible. So how well does this car perform and handle? The chassis doesn't feel very comfortable, like pushing itself. Again, if you have a Honda Jazz, the chance of you doing this is going to be pretty slim, but it's okay. It's okay is the word. But let's just be practical about this car. It's a practical car. Honda didn't make this car to think, how well does it handle down some country roads? Okay, so now let's talk about the price. So the price of the Honda Jazz starts at around 20 grand. And this model, I believe, which is the Crosstar EX, I could be wrong, it could be around about 22, 23 grand. Now, although it's very practical, I do feel the price, in some ways, it's good because of how practical it is, but I suppose the way I see it is, oh God, it's struggling up the hill. It's quite a big descent. Come on, come on, come on, come on, you can do it. There we go, there we go. So for 20 grand, it's a bit of money, and for a car that doesn't look particularly appealing to everyone, oh God, that's why you don't see many of these on the road. Well, I don't see many of these on the road where I live. I feel that because everyone's going to SUVs, this is sort of like a updated version of the Honda Jazz, which I still believe didn't sell fantastically, and that's why I'm not too sure about this car. And even the looks, I've got to be honest, parts of me do want to say I prefer some of the looks from the previous model, but it still just looks, if I'm honest, a bit of a design flaw. The exterior just looks a bit a bit pants, if I'm honest, a bit pants. But that's just my personal liking. Everyone's got their own way of how they like their own cup of tea. But it drives okay, it's comfortable, it's smooth, it's spacious, fairly well priced. And the thing I'm surprised by, right, I'm not too sure how big the boot was in the previous generation, but the boot, I had a look at the boot, and it sort of seems a bit smaller than what I remember from the previous generation. I've got no idea if the boot is smaller specifically, but overall, first impressions, it's okay, practical still, but personally, not my cup of tea. So, guys, I do hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you want to see more videos like this or reviews of my future content, please click subscribe, and thank you very much for watching Worth Reviewing.